Have you ever played a game that you were absolutely loving until the end? Well, that's Trials of Cold Steel for me. Wait, he's still alive? What the fuck is this shit?
Years.
What bullshit is this?
Did you think I...
Oh, this is bullshit. Well, as you can see, all the hype leading up to this moment, all ruined by the ending. However, I still think this is a great game, a lot of fun, and very well constructed. Let's start talking about the things that make this a good game and stuff that is bad in the game. The good stuff are the NPCs, the main cast, the supporting cast, the battle mechanics, the challenging boss fights, the writing, the music, the story, and even the plot twist. The bad, how the dating sim part works, the ending, kinda, and Machias. Now let me explain. Let's start with the bad because there's way more good stuff I want to talk about. If the bad stuff is out of the way first, all the fun is yet to come. Let's start with the things I hate the most about this game. Machias. Machias is the son of the governor of Heimdall. He comes in hot, being a giant piece of shit, and cannot overcome his first impression in my eyes, even though we learn why he is that way. A kid who hates all nobles because of what happened to a very close family member. He takes his frustrations out on them instead of treating each person as an individual. Now, I can understand that, but another thing that makes me really fucking hate Machias is an interaction with Reen. Early in the game, Reen, our main character, is asked by Machias if he is a noble. And since Machias has already been a piece of shit and how much he fucking hates nobles, Reen, who was adopted, said he had zero noble blood in him, which isn't a lie. Later in the game, Reen says, I was adopted by nobles and I am a noble, or something like that. Machias then has a bitch fit saying, you lied to me, Machias. Yet, Reen chooses his words very carefully because Machias is in fact a piece of shit, and he did not want to deal with his shit. The only noble he is nice to is Laura, because he's afraid she would kick his ass, especially knowing her father is the Radiant Blade Master. In Act 2, Class 7 has to go to a noble heavy location and says, I know how to hold my tongue. Guess what the first time he interacts with the noble? He mouths off. A fucking idiot, I tell you. I wish they didn't have to save him from the jail cell in this act. Machias does at least have one of the funniest moments in the game where he scolds Reen basically for saying, good job, dude. Let's talk about the dating sim. In your first playthrough, you don't have a lot of bonding points. Some of them don't even give you the option for the dating part in the first run. Now, I understand some dating sims only do that, but this is the game and this bonding events are important to the power of the mechanics. Sometimes it feels like punishment to bond with a character you like the most because the mechanic part bonus is more important at the time. New Game Plus fixes this, but still you have to beat the game to get that, which took me 125 hours. You see the problem? The story clearly sets up Elisa as the main love interest in the game, and lots of the other girls' bonding events don't even seem romantic. I mean, one event just has Reen talking about how big Emma's boobs are. That sounds romantic, doesn't it? If this sets up a dating premise a little better with more rewarding towards the dating, I think it could have been a lot better. However, I don't care about the dating in this game. I care more about the mechanics, so that doesn't really matter, but it's in there, so I thought I would talk about it. Could have been better. Let's talk about the ending. As you saw, I raged at the ending. Now, the ending is not bad story-wise, sets up a great cliffhanger for part 2, and it just goes to show how strong your opponent is. This would be great for an anime. However, this is a game, and there is nothing worse in a game than beating the stupid final boss just for the game to say, fuck you, you actually lost, go eat shit, fucker. That is basically the ending. I had to fight 3 fights in a row, defeat the boss just for the boss to play possum and say, nope, I win. It kills you, and the enjoyment from all your hard work goes away. Before we get to what I love, we need to talk about some of the stuff is just confusing or doesn't hit the same way. Crow being C. Now, this was a really good plot twist. I enjoyed it. I do, however, do not get the attachment Reen shows in the final battle. Reen seems to be more annoyed by Crow most most of the game than in the final chapter. He says, "You are a member of this class too. You belong here." All the friendship between the two of them seemed to be off screen, except for the one night at the festival, where Crow finally pays back the 50 mira that he conned out of Reen in the first place. It doesn't really show Crow and Reen together that makes it like Reen would be torn up about it. Literally, the bonding events aren't even that exciting between the two, like friendship-wise. Reen is literally shown to have a better connection with Patrick, a kid he fights with early on constantly, becomes his rival. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense about Crow. Also, I don't get why I can't use multiple of the same gems in my Arcus unit, but hey, doesn't hurt the game at all. Just thought I'd throw it in there. All right, enough hate. This game is fantastic. Cold Steel takes place in Erebonia Empire in the town of Tristo, where the famous military school Thor's is located. Thor sets up new class called Class 7. Now Class 7 has both nobles and commoners. We are in the middle of a high tension situation between the noble faction and the reformist faction. Cold Steel takes place over a 7-month period. In these 7 months, we go to 6 places in Erebonia. Class 7 goes on a field study that allows the kids to learn what is going on in the world during these tough times. More on this part I like, so stick around. Terrorists attack during these studies, leading Class 7 to take action. Each of these come with great growth of the character and the world building. Since this game takes place in a school, the games grades you on the quests you do, but there are also hidden quests in each chapter. My first playthrough, I missed so many of these hidden quests without not even realizing it. Now, let's get to the things I like, saving my favorite for last. The characters. Even the random NPCs all feel like they have different personalities and interesting things going on. There is a pair of twins, Vivi and Lindy, that one will play a trick on you while the other is constantly getting pranked. How about Patrick? He is the third son of one of the 4 great noble houses. Patrick is just a side character, but has huge character growth. Like I said earlier, he fights with Reen, even rants about how nobles are so much better, to becoming someone Reen trusts in multiple situations. If you pay close enough attention to the NPCs, you will get a ton of world building and hints to what's to come, and allows you to figure out certain characters are going to be for quests. Some NPCs are from the older games that I've yet to play. Let's talk about the main cast. Class 7. Now, Laura is my favorite in Class 7. She strives to be better at all times, whether it is her fight with Fee early on, her pushing Reen to not hold back in his swordsmanship. But what makes her my favorite of the class is if you take her to get the outfits, she basically tells Reen she will control alt delete him with a smile on her face. For the guys, my favorite might actually be Gaius the Foreigner. Now, I have been told by some people in chat that Gaius is boring, but I am here to tell you that Gaius is bad ass. Not only can he dominate with a spear, he is usually level-headed and somehow convinces Patrick during his rant that he should not be an asshole. He is a strong family man and seems to always be there for the others in Class 7. Now, our main character, Reen, is very complex. He has a hidden power that he is scared of. He is also a hormonal teenager who me in the chat keeps saying he likes to build his harem. He basically picked the leader because he is able to fit on both sides of the coin between commoner and noble. He finds way to fix the problems in the class he has, and also has the power of friendship on his side. The other members I like too, but not going to go into a lot of detail. All right, I'm all about the gameplay mechanics. This game takes turn-based and then adds positioning, delays attacks, combos attacks, 3 separate kinds of attacks, buffs and debuffs attacks. The combat system feels so good once you get used to it. They even throw in awesome spells like Chrono Burst that allows you to set up major plays by going 3 times in a row. You have no idea how many times that move steals crits for me. Spell arts, I just absolutely love it. Some bosses have really tough mechanics that you really have to bring in the correct accessories or you're in trouble, which brings more strategy to it. Sometimes running to set up a line attack is the best way to win a fight. Sometimes if you don't, that will get you wrecked. This system allows so much to happen. For my favorite part of this entire game, President Toa. Toa is freaking adorable. I can't believe the game didn't let Reen date her in the first playthrough, even though I did every bonding event with her. Toa is a complete workaholic, but so damn lovable. She runs the student council, helps the imperial government, looks after her friends, and reliable to boot. Also, the sleeping moment in the computer room is cuteness overload, or cuteness overload. I can't wait for more Toa. Overall, this game is freaking solid. I recommend it to anyone who wants a good JRPG. Now, don't do what I did and start with this game. Go play the other games first. Some of the moments and characters will hit a lot harder if you actually know more from the past games. Even though I hated the the ending of this video game. It was so hyped till that very last moment. Now I will give this a solid 8.75 and have to give it less points because of the ending. If it wasn't for that ending, this might have been one of my top 5 games I have ever played. If you haven't seen my playthrough, go ahead and check it out on the streams. Well, thanks everyone. Let's see how Cold Steel 2 does. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.